ühed huvitavad asjad, mida inimesed Austraalias nädalavahetusel teevad, on nad võtavad oma fantastilise auto, Land Cruiser näiteks, ja sõidavad siis rannas, sõidavad huvitavates kohtades ja sõna otseses mõttes avastavad seda fantastilist maad, naudivad päikest ja merd. Ja praegu mul on võimalus proovida selle maasturiga sõita ja vaatame, milleks ta võib välja. Täna veedan siis terve päeva päikese käes. Selleks ma kasutan suurt pudelit 50+, mida ma juba olen määrinud siin kätte peale, kõige tähtsam siia kaela peale. See on nii kergelt ala, mis kergelt kiiresti ära põleb. Tule vaata, kus ma määrin oma jalgu. Et nad ei kooruks. Et täna siis ma lähen koos meie kaaslasega põhimõtteliselt väiksele safarile. Ja siis seal me sõidame mööda randa, mööda metsa ja muud älegi. Põhimõtteliselt ma võtan teid täna kaasa ja siis näitan mihukene siis selline loodus Austraalias näeb välja. Oot, lähme. Quite a high truck.
You know, those trees on the ground.
Ah, you can like ride over them, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you got like special suspension. Oh, it's on the air, yeah?
So springs normally.
Yeah.
And if I carry big weights, then I can put the air into the airbags through these air jacks.
Okay.
To stiffen it.
Yeah. Nice.
Hold it up.
Pärast suhteliselt kiiret pakkimist asusime kohe teele. Sõitsime läbi tankla, võtsime natukene süüa kaasa ja panime edasi. Sõit algas linnast Bribie, kust 80 kilomeetrit põhja poole oli saar nimega Bribie, kuhu me suundusime.
I'm actually seeing if my beach driving permit is still active. So I've made a little note in my notes on my phone. So I'm pretty sure I bought a 12-month pass, but I want to check before I go on because there's a camera. If you're not valid, I'll send a fine through the mail. 7th of August to the 7th of August 23.
Yeah.
We're good to go. So now we drop tyre pressures. Because when we driving on sand, especially very soft sand, we need to maximise our tread in contact with the ground. At the moment the tyres are at about 40 psi, we've got to go down to about 15 psi. So we do that by pulling a valve out. So we screw this device on, it makes sure that the valve doesn't sort of disappear and into the car park. We pull the valve out.
Selline on siis väikene ettevalmistus, et võtame treffid natukene tühjemaks ja siis pärast seda sõidame edasi, et siin on nagu üllatavalt palju rahvast, lihtsalt igal pool on maasturid, suurel hulgal, kõik on mingid uued, tugevad, vägevad maasturid, nii et tundub, et siin saare peal saab olema väga tihe konkreetselt inimeste hulga poolest.
Like the bush track, that someone's decided to drive on it lots and it's got wider and wider, but there's no grader coming through here.
Nice sound. Okay, it's quite fun, quite fun.
So it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's right. Now you understand why so many people in Queensland drive
Yeah, that's thing about Australia, the lovely water car.
And I can turn my diff lock on, which is a centre lock,
Yeah.
even in high range.
When the tide is high, how far the water goes?
Can you see where the white sand is at the top?
Yeah, yeah.
You can see
It goes
right up there.
Okay.
So there's not much beach to drive on when you're on high tide. And this is when most vehicles, if you're going to have a rollover or a tip, it's because they're trying to drive on high tide.
Okay.
When you've got so much beach, it's just like a road. We have reached the beach. A couple of pegs, very handy. These are not sand pegs though, unfortunately. But we're going to make do, because that's what we do. Shade is a premium. So trees are scarce. So we bring our own trees with us in the form of a sunshade. And great for shade, also great for rain protection if it's raining overnight. A lot of people will put a swag or a sleeping stretcher under these as well. Just aluminium, nice and light. Weight is everything when you're touring. The less weight you carry, the easier it is on your vehicle.
vesi on nagu mega soe lihtsalt. Jõudes kohale, meie läksime kohe ujuma. Pärast mida otsustasime teha mõnusa lõuna, sõime, puhkasime ja nautisime seda mõnusat ilma ja vett. Vesi muideks oli 30 kraadi sooja. Aga nüüd lähme ja tutvume autoga, millega me tulime siia kohale.
I understand that some of you might actually be interested in what we're driving, and this is, as we know, it is the Toyota Land Cruiser. This is an 80 series Land Cruiser, and this is suggested as probably the last of the great types of Land Cruisers before they moved into a Toyota Prado and a different thinking vehicle. This particular car though, it's an oldie but a goodie. 1996 was its build year, and it had 500,000 kilometres on its original petrol engine. It was a 4.5 litre, 6-cylinder. Probably gave it a bit too much towing, and the engine finally said enough's enough. So what do you do with an old car that's just too good to trash? What you do is you put a new engine in it. And if you're going to put a new engine in it, you put a better engine in it. And may I present to you a General Motors Chevrolet 6-litre V8, fuel injected, and with lots of power, lots of torque. In actual fact, 50% more power and 50% more torque as compared to the original factory engine. Run on sand where we're having to work the vehicle to push it through and increase its operating temperatures. I'm pleased to say it's passed with flying colours. This airbox here is all waterproof. A high mounted alternator, again all waterproof. In fact, this engine bay can go through rivers and be underwater and still operate because we have a snorkel. And this snorkel allows us to draw air way above the water height and still allow the engine to function. Here's the Land Cruisers really had pretty poor headlights. So we've obviously LED headlights are very common now, so I've upgraded those. Now I can actually see the road rather than feel the road. We have a winch. Vitally important in Australia's outback bush. 33-inch tyres, that's 2 inches more than the standard factory. That allows for more clearance under the vehicle and underneath the depth. 2-inch lift on the springs to give us lots of clearance between the bottom of this slider. This is a rock slider, so when we hit bash rocks, you can see why I put one on, because I damaged the sill when I had the normal factory step, and I quickly realised I needed something a lot stronger and a lot more sturdy. Normally we would expect to see a cabin on the back of this with some doors or lift up doors. So I have lots of space for me to put in camping gear, tents, tables, chairs. I carry tools in one of the drawers, cooking equipment. You'll see at the top here, always carry recovery equipment. So that's snatch straps, towing straps, shackles, so we can winch ourselves off trees or pull other cars out of bogs and muddy holes. Rooftop tent, that keeps us up off the ground. If we're camping overnight, it's a tent off the ground in a sense. We have a ladder that pops up to the top of the tent, and that keeps us away from any snakes, spiders in it for overnight camping. And if we're going all the way through to the top of Australia, it keeps us away from crocodiles as well. I normally carry some jerry cans if I'm going remote. I'll put extra fuel in here. So, you know, there could be 600 kilometres between petrol stations. So you'd never want to have a situation where you run out of fuel. Big mirrors. With the canopy, it was really hard to see. So these are aftermarket mirrors that we put on. And they can actually, for towing, even come further out. So I can really see out behind what I'm towing. Now we're sitting and waiting. We'll wait 5 minutes. The cars that did go past quickly stopped. So there's no need to rush in these circumstances.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's in trouble. He'll be taking for a while. We'll see if he wants to get pulled out.
You want to get pulled out? Do you want to get pulled out? what you're doing?
Yeah.
You'll use that. You've got your recovery hooks.
Yeah, I got recovery points.
Okay, you've got a bridle.
Someone brought an Audi in. They got stuck somewhere around here.
Oh,
And then it caused a massive pile up. And it's been like this for half an hour now.
That on that side, that on that side.
Oh, you just leave that.
Yeah.
Right. Down? Going fantastic.
That bloody Audi.
So the first step is just a simple pull.
Yeah.
Because this is not a stretching rope.
Okay.
This is just a hard rope. So I'm going to just try and pull him out gently.
Yeah.
If he can come out, great. If not, we'll change the rope and we'll go for a snatch strap,
Okay.
which is a kinetic rope, which is more aggressive. But we need a different rope for that.
Have you pulled somebody before?
Yeah. Quite a few times.
Yeah.
Only then if that's not going to work. If it does let go, it'll only come back half as well. It'll just land here. And vice versa, I'm protecting the man as well.
Be famous.
You will. Okay, you're good?
Yeah. Should be all good now.
When you get home, just wash them in a bucket of water.
Yeah. Get rid of all the sand and everything. Thank you.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
So, do it properly, do it safely. Always try the simple things before you get more complex.
I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am not known.
Tulles siia, autod lasevad oma rehvid tühjaks selleks, et nagu paremini liivas liikuda ja ranna ääres. Nüüd, kui kõik tulevad tagasi, kõigil tuleb välja, on kaasas selline väikene 12 voldi kompressor, millega nad lasevad siis seda õhku rehvid täis ja põhimõtteliselt tagasi maanteele. Huvitav on see, et siin ongi selline kultuur, et enamasti need autod on tööautod, millega sa nädala sees põhimõtteliselt vead, ma ei tea, palke, vead oma tööriistu, teed sellega tööd ja siis nädalavahetusel võtad oma tööriistad välja ja paned oma surfilaua peale ja põhimõtteliselt seda kasutad rannas liikumiseks.
Air compressor, basically back up the road pressure.
Yeah. Praegu täitsime rehve ja juhtus selline asi, et selle kompressori otsast lendas see voolik välja, et see klamber ei pidanud vastu. Vahetasime pooled ja peaaegu saime täis viimase rehvi ja siis vahetatud poolel lendas täpselt samamoodi välja. Nii et me õnneks ainult mingi 10 minti sõitu järgmise siis peatuseni, kus on nii-öelda tankla, kus me saame nii rehve täita, siis tõenäoliselt peseme ka auto ära ja siis hakkame juba liikuma siis kodu poole. Ja huvitav on see, et kohe kui oleme natukene siis ookeanist eemal, kus ei ole seda jahedat priisi siis, või siis seda jahedat tuult ookeanis, siis on kõik seda 30 kraadi on väga mõnusalt tunda. Okei, pakime ja siis sõidame edasi.
And then of course, it'll probably bust here. Don't buy cheap hoses.
pärast sõitmist siis ranna ääres on vaja autot pesta alt. Kui see merevesi otseselt ei pritsinud, vaatamata sellele ikkagi see sool satub siis auto põhja ja soole nagu kõige suurem siis väljakutse on see, et ta paneb siis auto kiiremini roostetama, et peseme auto siis põhjast ilusti ära.
I bought $15 worth.
And how much it gives you?
It's giving me 15 minutes.
Okay. Pärast seda, kui auto saab ilusti pestud, siis me sõidame tagasi siis Brisbane'i, ega ma arvan, sellega siis tänane päevane seiklus saab läbi. Suured tänud, et te vaatasite. Kindlasti visake näpp üles, kui teile meeldis see, pange siis tellimine, sest et tulemas on veel huvitavat sisu. Näeme!